Hi everyone, I'm in Hondoc Bay, a tranquil little bay in Gozo. It's very beautiful, and I've came down here to do some yoga, meditation and stretching. I've got some tension in my back, jaw, chin. Someone crashed into the back of me yesterday. She was on a phone with a baby in the back, and to say she was beside herself is an understatement. There's damage to the car, and I'm fine, everyone's fine. Nevertheless, it was avoidable, and it's very silly of her to do that. I hope she's learned a lesson, and the good thing is she's still got a little baby this morning. She knows it could have been a very different matter. Nevertheless, all good, so that's that. But so I'm going to do some stretching because I can't stand it when your spine is tight. And another reason I've came on here is my friend sent me a link yesterday from the Daily Express, I think it was, for essential oils. The Truth About Essential Oils, I think the title was called. Now, I've not quite read it yet. I will get round to doing that maybe, today. I think I know what it's going to be about. Usually much of a muchness, and how someone's been damaged, and how people are treating people and they shouldn't be, and multi-level marketing people, MLM brands I think they're called. And although I don't want to come on here and bash them, I really do think that they should give better guidelines out. I've had some uncomfortable experience with people who've been selling these oils and decided to put it on herself to splash some neat essential oil in her hands and put it on my face, and then go to the woman next to me who was heavily pregnant and just rub it nicely on her tummy. It's like a big red warning flag, because a few things really. Number one is, if you was to buy the essential oil yourself, especially rose, there's not a hope in hell's chance you would take the top off and splash it all over your hands. My guess is she hasn't bought them herself, or she's put them on a credit card and she's not done her research. Rose essential oil you're not going to get much change out of £100 for 2 mils, a good one. Number two, you do not use essential oils neat, especially on your face, and you definitely don't put it on a pregnant woman. You don't ever touch anyone, ever, with an essential oil without their permission, ever. And because it's undiluted as well, I came out in big blotches the next day, and I don't know what happened to the pregnant woman. Things with essential oils they have big names attached to them. So you have names like emmenagogic, and you'll have abortifacient and cicatrisant, and they're all names that we need to be aware of. It's no good saying lavender's nice or ylang ylang is beautiful, it makes you feel relaxed. Well, yes, it does in simple terminology, but it takes someone who has knowledge and underpinning knowledge in these oils to be able to explain them more. So I might say an oil's nice, it makes you sleepy or it makes you relaxed, but I'd have to know the reason why that makes you sleepy and what part of the brain it hits in order to have that sedative feeling. And as a aromatherapist, holistic therapist would know these things, or should know them. People who do multi-level marketing, the thing I don't like about them is they are overpriced. They have to be overpriced because people from the top to the bottom, they want their cut of the money. I just feel they're overpriced. I feel that the staff, although they're beautifully passionate about what they do, and I love that bit, and they want to pass that knowledge on, and they go to someone they believe to be reputable, I would be reading the small print, because if something went wrong with essential oils and you was prosecuted, then the first thing you're going to be asked is, who's your governing body and where's your qualification? And if you don't have any, then that's the end of the story. That's game over. You're as guilty as charged. And sometimes they make claims that essential oils have cured cancer, they've cured Parkinson's, motor neurons, all of these things. I've actually heard that from people who are selling these oils. I don't know whether they're trained to do that or whether they decided to take up on themselves to do this. Either way, it's damaging and it's dangerous and it's very, very wrong. Essential oils do not cure cancer. There is not one peer-reviewed paper to claim otherwise. And we must absolutely remember that for every cancer, there's a sub-cancer, and for every sub-cancer, there's a stage. Okay, you have the cancer, you have the sub-cancer, and then you have the stage. Is it stage 1? Is it stage 2? Has it metastasized? It's complex. It's let's leave that for the oncology doctors and the cancer doctors and all the people who are medically trained. We're kind of coming away from all things orthodox, but we need them. They're highly skilled and highly qualified, and they're the absolute experts when it comes to anything like this. The rest is complementary, and we work as a team together. You can't have one without the other. They also say you can ingest them. Well, I'm not there to say you can or you can't. I would say I wouldn't, and I would definitely not recommend anybody to ingest them on my watch. I know that people who are medically trained do, and that's fine. I trust that their expertise and they know what they're doing, so that's I'm fine with that one. But people who aren't medically trained and are saying to people you can ingest them, well, ask yourself the question, if that was to inflame their esophagus and they were breathless, what would you do? I've asked this question, and the first thing they said was, we'll give them a drink of water. Well, oil and water are immiscible, they don't mix, so there's problem number one. I personally wouldn't go into it. I would never go. Just wouldn't do it. I'm not medically qualified to treat somebody if they went wrong. I don't want to be treating somebody if they went wrong either. Never went wrong. And you don't need to either. You can inhale them, you can put them on the skin, and the molecular weight of most essential oils are small enough to go into the epidermis. And then once they're in the epidermis, they go through their own little pathway of what they need to go on. That's a topic on its own. Stay away from people who make claims. And also go back to the cancer one as well. I said there's no peer-reviewed papers, and there isn't. They're all done in a petri dish. But if you're going to read anything like that, look at maybe the CBD or the turmeric. I'm not saying that they're cures. I'm not saying there's anything. But what I'm saying is that their peer-reviewed papers read a hell of a lot more interesting than any essential oils will ever do at the minute. So that's some nice coffee read for you to do. I'm here to answer any questions. I got some inboxes last night, about 5 or 6, on how to meditate and the benefits of meditation. It's a science in itself now. So people who meditate, it brings their blood pressure down. It's used with a hypotensive oil. It'll bring your blood pressure down, and that brings great results. Always work within your capabilities. Always go to a therapist who is qualified, and never be afraid to ask them who the governing body is. People say, I feel embarrassed, I don't, but they love it. We need, just say who you're insured with. A reputable therapist or reputable anyone just would happily answer those questions. So moving forward with the fragrance room, Abigail and Lynn are back home, full-time study, full-time teaching, and still moving it forward. So we're looking to do maybe workshops or bringing out a blend of essential oils that may help you. We're looking to do personal prescriptions, so if anyone has any gut health issues, which most of us do, I've been plagued with them all my life, from things that have happened in the past. Not recognising them, brushing them under the table, well, they'll knock on your door until it manifests and you hear it. So personal prescriptions. We're going to be making oils with maybe doing a health questionnaire on you, seeing what it is you want. So it's your personal blend. I'll talk you through how to use them and the meditation to go with them. And also as well, people have asked me, is there any people that they can call, because they may need some emotional support, some psychotherapy, counselling. Yes, there is. We do have a team. I have a team that we can transfer you on, and we can do training programs, personal development. This is your shout. This is your, the fragrance room is for clients. It's not for me. I just put knowledge out there that I've got a head full of information on from years of reading and studying and stuff. So I just get it out there. It's up to people to pick it up if they're interested, and we'll move forward that way. Whatever it is you want, let us know, and we'll carry that out for you. I know where I'd like to take it. I'd like to take it down a more supportive route where we have a team of people where you can book in and get some nutritional advice and do away with all the fatty diets that don't work, or they do initially, but we need to understand why we comfort eat, why we have sugar cravings, why our stomach bloats, why we have gut issues. I'm also a colonic hydrotherapist, so we work a lot with the kundalini, our trapped energy. We see it all the time. When I worked in the retreat, I've picked up a ton of knowledge from the staff who work there. Fabulous, world-class therapists who are superb in the knowledge of what they know in gut health, nutrition, being a naturopath, and just being very empathic people in general. The knowledge has been utterly outstanding. I wouldn't even dream to question what they come out with, because it's their expertise. So we have I have kind of done my own research and put a team together, and so we're looking to put packages together if anyone's interested in moving forward with that one. So an example would be, people who get eczema. I've always had eczema. Well, then why do you always get eczema? We talk about Herring's law of cure, which not many people know about. It's the deepest part where we heal in the core of us. Our tanden, our sea of chi, our centre of energy. Until we get to the core of the issue, it will never go away. So there's loads and loads of holistic health that we can talk about and move forward doing. There's a dog up the top that's not so happy. What he's wanting to do is go in the water, and his owner's not got his diving suit on just yet. So chuck them all forwards and wherever you want. Any blends, any special blends, any areas you want us to talk about. This is teamwork. This is all about you. And if I can support you in moving forwards to be healthier in mind, body, and spirit, or energy, then I'm more than happy to do so. Apart from that, have a great day, everybody, and I shall catch up with you later. Bye bye now. Bye bye.